Hello Mech Warriors. Today we have a short video on the SPA update for this coming wave. We've learned through some trial and error and familiarization with Megamek and conversations with my players that some changes should be made. Some adjustments need to happen in order for us to stick with the original plan of 1, enjoying ourselves, 2, staying somewhere close to the lore, and 3, trying to challenge my players in a way that is fun and creative. So one of the changes coming forth is separating the SPAs into associated skills. You have gunnery skill SPAs, piloting skill SPAs, and then we have SPAs that are not tied to a skill. And an SPA is a special pilot ability. In order to have a pilot ability, you probably need to exceed a threshold to be good at something. So that way we don't run around with a bunch of idiot savants. So, to keep our 4-4 pilots from acting as though they're a 0-1 pilot, keeping our regulars from acting in an epic or heroic manner, I am imposing a gunnery and piloting skill limit or limiters on the number of SPAs or special pilot abilities that the pilots can have. Gunnery piloting abilities come in at skill 4, piloting abilities come in at skill 5. So your base inner sphere pilot of a 4-5 can actually have a gunnery skill, it can actually have a gunnery ability or a piloting ability as a regular pilot. If they're less than regular pilot, well, they're not going to have enough seat time to have any kind of special abilities. And the more seat time you have, the more abilities you will progress and the more abilities you will muster, for lack of a better way just to explain that. But with our gunnery and our piloting, the gunnery bumps cost 5 points and the piloting bumps cost 3 points. We still have to keep our gunnery and piloting one step away from each other. They don't have to maintain one step, meaning they can be the same, but they cannot exceed one step. This is commonly referred to as a one-step rule. So if my gunnery is 3, then my piloting has to be a 2, a 3, or a 4. It cannot be a 5, it cannot be a 1, because that would be too far away. How does this affect bidding? We can still bid at our purchased price. So if you've got a pilot that is a 3-gunner 4 pilot, well, you bid them exactly at a 3-gunner 4 pilot. That enables you to have 2 skills, as long as you have the XP for it, in both gunnery and piloting. So just for our example here, I'm going to highlight these in yellow. So we have a 3-gunner 4 pilot. That's what the pilot is currently bid at. So they can have up to 2 skills in either of these categories. They can have up to 2 skills in both of these categories if they have the XP to spend to have those. Now, in bidding, we can bid at 1 step worse than we currently are. So we could bid at a 4-5 for the purposes of bidding. If we do that, we're going to lose access to 1 gunnery skill and 1 piloting skill. Ability. That is, if we actually had 2 to begin with. If we only had 1, but we were a gunner 3, and we had 1 as a pilot 4, well, bidding at gunnery 4, piloting 5 doesn't actually change what SPAs you have available. It's going to change your effectiveness on the battlefield because your modifiers are now different because your base is a different number, but you're on there for cheaper in a battle value bid. None of those things are changed whenever we go to the special category for our SPAs because these are not associated with to hit numbers. These involve other things after you have actually landed hits. So these do not have a limit on how many of them you can have. You just still have to pay the experience cost for them. So that encompasses all of the changes we have with our SBA system.